All right, welcome back to part 2 of my late August inspection. I'm going to go in the Italian hive right now. I'm going to do a quick inspection, look at the frames, see what their stores look like, and then I'm going to do an alcohol Varroa mite test. So last year I did not do a Varroa test. I just saw Varroa on my bees and people said, oh, if you see Varroa, you got a problem. I treated my bees with the formic acid Mite Away quick strips and got about 2,000 plus mites fall on the board. So I know that I had a pretty big mite problem. I have not seen any mites yet in this hive. I'm going to start off with just having a quick look at the bees and see what's going on in the hive. So a couple weeks ago I was in here and the bees looked amazing, tons of brood, but no stores. None. So right now, I put syrup on them 2 weeks ago, and that's gone, obviously. They really stick this inner cover on. I don't want to squish bees. Oh, there's brood up here. Wow. Brood, and the queen had laid all the way up into this comb. There are pupa here that I can see. That's the brace comb that was up into the inner cover. And when I pulled the brace comb off, there's pupa. Sorry, bees. Those are all drones. Well, they would be drones, but not anymore. Alright, let's see what's going on up here. I don't think there's much going on in this third box. Alright, nectar. That's new. Newly drawn comb, new brood. Looking nice. Storing nectar up here. Alright, that's promising. Ooh, we got a big queen cell here. Capped queen cell. And several swarm cells. Okay, well, that is interesting. Let's see if we see a queen in here. Yeah, uh-oh. These are just empty frames up here. Alright, let's get down and look and see if we see our queen. Queen Balboa, where are you? These frames are stuck to the bottom. Alright, the queen has laid eggs all over the brace comb. As I'm taking these frames apart, there's like exposed drone larvae down below. They're so stuck. It's just jammed with drones. The brace comb between the levels is all drone, capped drone pupa. That's why this is all stuck together. Never seen that before. It's all drone. And actually, this is a great place to look and see if there's any Varroa, which I do not see any in the drone cells. But in between all the frames, there's all these drone larvae. And as I ripped them apart accidentally, I'm looking at them, and you know, if we had a Varroa problem, we'd see Varroa all over these drones inside the cells. And I'm not seeing any Varroa. So that is a really good thing. I'm gonna just take all this off and chuck it. It's just gonna be in the way. Sorry, bees. It's pretty fascinating. I don't like doing that. Looking for Queen Balboa for some eggs. Saw her 2 weeks ago. So much brood in this hive. More swarm cells. Alright, well, do not see Queen. And I don't think she swarmed because this is the bee. These are the bees that were here. I don't think there's a swarm happening. I have this weird feeling something happened to Queen and these bees are doing emergency stuff. Alright, I'm going to do one more look up here. Alright, there are larvae. Not noticed any eggs. Well, that's kind of sad. Well, it's sad, but if something did happen and these bees are making a new queen, then that queen is coming from, you know, Queen Balboa. I do not see any eggs or young larvae. I'm thinking, yeah, something's going on. Alright, the bees know what to do. The bees know what to do. Okay, I'm not going to do a Varroa test today. I'm going to have one more look at this queen cell. There's our capped queen cell. There are numerous swarm cells. I do not see a queen, so I'm thinking that if there's no queen to swarm, unless she already swarmed, but if there's no queen to swarm, they're not going to swarm. That's just an emergency cell, right? Because there's no queen. There's no other queen in this hive. I looked very carefully. I did not see our queen. Unless she already swarmed, but I would think that there'd be far fewer bees in this hive if she swarmed. So I'm thinking something happened to her. Quick inspection of the mite board. There are no mites. There are no mites. This is just a quick inspection of the pupa that I pulled out of that brace comb. And you can see here, if there was a heavy Varroa load, you'd see spots all over this stuff. I mean, if there were mites, they would be on these pupa. But there's not a single mite in these cells. I mean, this is a really good indication of your Varroa problem. And you know, it's not good to kill pupa, but you can see this is clean. So, sorry bees. Okay, so we have a little bit to unpack here. Queen Balboa, our Italian queen, is nowhere to be found. She was there 2 weeks ago, and ironically, after all of this time, she finally got a name, Queen Balboa, the survivor. And she's not there anymore. I don't know what happened. I don't think she swarmed because she would have taken half the bees with her. And there'd be far fewer bees in the hive. But the hive is full. So I don't know what happened, but her hive that she built is on the case. There is a capped queen cell. There are numerous swarm cells in there, and they're being worked on, but none of them are capped. But there is a capped. It's not like a swarm cell at the very bottom of the frame. It was kind of up into this, toward the center of the frame. Looked like an emergency situation. So I'm thinking something happened to Queen Balboa in the last 2 weeks, and we are left with a hive that is making a new queen. It is late August, so not ideal time for New England to be making a new queen, but better than September, better than October. I know that the bees know what to do, so I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to let the bees do what they do. They're on the case. So the other thing I was going to do today was do an alcohol wash test and kill 300 bees looking for mites. But two things. There's not a single mite on the bottom board. And I had to remove a whole bunch of drone cells that were wedged between frames. And there's probably 50 pupa there, drone pupa, that were all just removed and exposed. And there's not a single varroa. If there were varroa in the hive, they would be in the drone cells. So I'm not going to do a varroa test today. I'm going to let them deal with the queen situation. I just disturbed the hive quite a bit by taking all that drone comb and pupa out of the hive. But I'm just going to see what they do. Give them another week. They're storing some nectar. The goldenrod is in full force right now, and so I'm going to check in about a week and see if that cell has emerged. And there's no shortage of drones right now, so she will not have a hard time mating, and we'll see what happens. So that's the update. Queen Balboa, you were awesome. As far as I know, you're gone. In a week, I might go in there and find her. I don't know. But if this is it, thank you for making this hive what it is. Have a good day. See you guys later. Oh, there she is. There she is. She was hiding. She is a champ. She is a rock star. She's beautiful. She's doing great. I've never seen this many bees in this hive before.